Agent Power Huddle is a daily jumpstart, giving you all the tools you need to create an amazing real estate career. Led by top experts in the field, you'll learn how to sell more houses in less time while creating the life you want. Welcome to the Agent Power Huddle.
Good morning. Welcome to the Agent Power Huddle. Um, Everybody here. Good morning, Jordan. Thank you for being with us. We do have our special guest today is Jordan Ray. Hey, Jordan, would you start us off by just telling us a little bit about yourself and where you're located?
Yeah, sure. I'm a real estate agent in Memphis. I cover North Mississippi in the Memphis area, and I started in September 2023, and I've already iconed at EXP Realty, and yeah, so
That's amazing. I know that was one of the things I definitely wanted to talk about today. Um, h- how many houses was that? I mean, you had to sell.
so for the first year, I do a lot with investors. So I have a lot of lower price points. Average price point being probably around 100 to 150K. But I closed 50 deals last year, and yeah, most of those were investors, and then a lot of sellers too.
That's amazing. We need to unpack that. So 50 deals in your first year real estate. I mean, people would kill for that. That is so amazing. What you worked with investors, you worked with sellers. How would you say you did that? I mean, was it just hitting the phones? Like, what was your way of getting those leads and those clients?
Yeah, so my favorite place to get the investors is actually off bigger pockets. I niche well with those because I'm an investor myself. I own three rental properties, and currently trying to build my own portfolio of rentals. So I just, I as a real estate agent, I get on there and talk about my experiences on bigger pockets through the forums, and then people reach out from out of state, and and they want to invest in Memphis because Memphis is a very landlord friendly area for rental property, and when it comes to the price points versus the rents, you can find cash flow, so it's a very attractive market for out of state investors.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Uh,
Okay.
And as far as my seller leads, yeah, I wanted to answer both parts of your question. Sellers, I actually do a lot of cold calling, and I use a system called Mojo Dialer, and they have a triple line dialer. I've heard of some other dialers that are pretty good too, like Red X and Vulcan 7, I think. But I like Mojo just because they have that triple line dialer, and I can call multiple phone lines at once. And there's a system for that because obviously, if two people pick up at the same time, then you got to have something ready for that. But yeah, so I get imported leads from the MLS into Mojo, and then every morning I call them for about 3 to 4 hours.
Okay. Oh wow. So yeah, can you go more into your daily schedule, maybe what you're doing that other agents maybe could duplicate just because that's amazing for the 50 deals in your first year.
Yeah. So I usually wake up around 6:30 every morning. It's actually I'm starting to implement the gym, so I'm getting up a little earlier, but I just started that, so it's not quite implemented yet. But I get up at 6:30, and usually between 6:30 and 8:30, I'm just catching up with clients, doing admin stuff, and having some coffee. And then usually around 8:30, I start hitting the phone, and the goal is to get done around 11:30, 12:30, just depending on how I'm feeling. I used to do 4 hours a day, quite religiously, and then I have a high conversion rate on the phone. So if I'm dialing for 4 hours, then usually that extra hour, just for some reason, seems to make the day crazy. With already have it usually it got listing appointments booked, or a lot of leads already in the pipeline by the time that those 3 hours are up. So I've been nailing it down to 3 hours now. But yeah.
So you're doing that work in the morning the rest of the day you're using for listing appointments, comps, those things we do for our clients. That's so cool. So you mentioned your investor group. Forgive me, I forget the name of it.
Like pockets.
Yeah, yeah. So that's just something that you joined, or
It's actually an online podcast. You can actually go on YouTube, and it's specifically made for real estate investors. So real estate investors around the world will, watch that podcast, and and then they just kind of bring everybody together into a forum where they communicate. And there's a lot of connections and networking and things in there. And I'm actually a featured agent on there. And so obviously that's a paid subscription, but they send some pretty high quality, high converting leads on there. You have to interview to be on the featured agent too. They want to make sure you have experience with real estate investors. So if anybody's watching this has a lot of experience with real estate investing, um, you know, hit me up. I'd love to. I get 5 credits for referring you to be a featured agent also on Bigger Pockets. And like I said, they're high converting leads. So
that's great. And so with your you said you also do a lot of seller transactions, listing transactions, and that's basically mostly from your cold calling.
mhm.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. I've been picking up a lot of referral business from property managers lately. Over my time with working with real estate investors and just sending business back and forth with property managers after I close these deals with these out of state investors. And so I've got 2 in particular that I've been working with. I'm not gonna say their names, but they're sending me a lot of business. I got actually 3 listing appointments today, all from property management referrals. And one guy's selling 2 properties and the other one's selling 1. So
That's awesome.
yes.
Oh, yeah, that's so cool. So, yeah, and you're doing all this. You've got a little one and another one on the way, and
Yep.
make you're still working hard and getting everything going. Uh, so
Couldn't do it without my wife.
yeah, gotta have that significant other to help out, right?
Absolutely.
Wow, I love this. I love this. So, do you have any kind of maybe a script or anything that you use with the cold calling? You just doing it? And
Yeah, I'm happy to upload the script here if anybody wants me to share it with them, or I can just show you where to find it. There is there's a YouTuber. His name is Brandon Mulrenin, and he usually will he usually posts his script for free. Now, of course, when you go sign up and he sends you the script and he starts sending you some marketing, but his his I watch a lot of his YouTube videos for it's just seller based coaching. And, of course, it's a coaching program, but I find that a lot of their free stuff is very valuable. And so I get a lot of the information from Brandon Mulrenin and then, his scripts. So I follow those scripts, verbatim and go through them, talking with sellers over time, been practicing with those scripts. I've learned to get really good at kind of maybe sometimes sellers will get me off script and then I'll have to loop it back onto the script or whatever. And so obviously script practicing, but those are some really good scripts. So what do you want me to share them here?
you can just share them with me, and we can post them. We can just put them with the show notes.
Yeah, perfect. I can do that.
That's awesome. Thank you. So, yeah, I'm not sure what else you delved in so much. So, you suggested the investor. So when you first started, did you start with working with the investors? How did when you first started before you got any of your deals? How did you get started with real estate?
So I actually take real estate back before I got my license. I was doing real estate wholesaling, and I actually did that part time. Drove trucks for a living, and so I still got my Class A CDL. and it basically would be I would be backed up into the parking lot at a truck stop, doing some wholesale deals. So I did that part time for a couple years, and didn't really close a lot of deals, to be honest with you, doing wholesaling. But I got enough experience doing that, from spending money on marketing to actually going on appointments with sellers to give them cash offers or whatever. That got me the experience that I needed to kind of hit the ground running whenever I got my license. I knew that as soon as I got licensed, I needed to be full time because I've had a taste of the business and realized that this is a full time business and you can't do this part time, not successfully. And so I quit my job as a truck driver in July of 2023, and literally the next day started my real estate course, and had my license about a month later. So
That's awesome. That's see, you went all in.
yeah, all in.
Now, these 50 deals that you've done in your first year, you're a solo agent? Are you in a team? Do you have any support?
Yeah, I'm solo agent. I don't have any support. I just I got some pretty good contacts as far as like brokers who were like national coaches and stuff. They don't charge me anything. Just I have a call I jump on. Some of you folks, if y'all are EXP Realty, might be familiar with Donnie Morrow. He knows exactly what he's doing. He runs a team here in Memphis. Um, and then they used to be on this Club Wealth. You familiar with them? Yeah, Club Wealth, they got a pretty good thing out there too. So they very interesting stuff. But a lot of those coaches will jump into a Zoom call on Tuesday mornings, and I usually jump in there and I learn from them. So
Well, that's so cool. Oh, that's amazing that you think that you're just doing all 50 deals in 1 year all by yourself, like all the work and everything. That's so amazing. I love
yeah, it's awesome. I didn't know what to expect coming to this. I just know that I needed to make it happen. So
Yeah, that's mindset is everything when you decide to do something and you're going to do it and you just went out and did it. That's so great. So I don't have any more questions. Did you have anything you wanted to share with us? Any additional anything that you would want to leave with us today?
um, I don't. I'm not. I don't really know what I could talk about. I've got to elaborate or take questions if somebody wants to ask me some questions.
Yeah,
And
do we have any questions?
yeah, and so if anybody wants to ask me some questions, I'm happy to connect. If anybody wants to contact me for advice or whatever, especially if you're not at EXP Realty, um, you can contact me at in my email jordan.ray@exprealty.com, and happy to chat and hand off any information I have that led to my success. So
Hi, Jordan. This is Jacqueline. I am a real estate investor as well as, and I am also a licensed realtor here in California. So I do invest there in Tennessee. So I would like to get your because I'm always looking for agents that can represent me there. So I would like to have your. What was that?
you're in Memphis?
Memphis. Memphis.
Okay.
Memphis. Yes. So
Send me an email, and I'd love to, set up a time we can talk more about investing in Memphis if you'd like.
okay, so it's jordan.ray@exp.com.
EXPRealty.com.
EXP Realty. I should know that. I'm an EXP Realty agent as well. But I don't never use it. I don't use it. Yeah. But anyway, okay, I'll reach out to you.
Okay, awesome.
Uh-huh.
As far as your investing goes, you said you invest in California or in Tennessee or both?
I have about 4 different areas that I do invest, and so that Tennessee is one of them.
Okay, awesome.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Washington, and then Washington State, but Indiana, Dayton. Yeah. So
Okay.
anyway, okay. I'm for a few different markets.
You might
So
be
glad to hear.
on You might benefit from getting on Bigger Pockets as a featured agent in your area.
Oh, I see. I've been on that's where I get some of the agents and contractors and so forth from Bigger Pockets. I just
You
haven't.
featured agent on there though? Featured agent? Are you a featured agent on there though?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
That's where the money's at.
No.
They if you're in there and you're active on the forums responding to people's questions and just being active on the community groups and stuff on there, they have a thing on your signature will show your button and it'll it's like contact me or whatever. And people see it when they're like, hey man, Jordan Ray looks like he really knows what he's talking about. Let me click the contact button, to talk more with him or whatever. And then they have the thing on there too. I'm sure if you've watched the Bigger Pockets podcast, they talk a lot about contacting an investor friendly agent on the platform. And when people, when they watch those podcasts and they're like, hey, yeah, I'll go on there and try to contact an agent, then they'll go on there and search their preferred market, Memphis, in my case, and then they search Memphis and usually I pop right up. So then they'll just click on it. And now you pay for the lead. I spend, I'll tell you how much I spend, $12.50 per 25 leads. But it's been a good investment so far.
Oh, okay. But I'm using the free version of it. So yours is a paid version, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, okay. So that's probably why. And it seems like it's a little bit so cumbersome, that website. So I just go on there and looking for contractors or whatever, and that's it. And I come out of there. But I'll look a little bit deeper.
Okay, yeah. Well, happy to connect you with them too if you want to do that.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. And I will send you an email.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, have a blessed one.
All right, you too.
Thank you so much for being with us today, Jordan. That was so amazing. Good luck with your year, and I know you're going to kill it. You're doing all the stuff you need to do to succeed, and that's really exciting for you. That you made Icon your first year and everything. I love that. It was great to meet you and chat with you, and we look forward to having you back.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, and have a great day.
You too.
If you'd like more information or to get connected to the Agent Power Huddle, join specific resources within the Agent Collective, reach out to the person who invited you to this call to get more info. Produced by the Agent Collective Media Network.